And this is really, really shocking to me. I was searching on the internet and I thought, you know what? Let me find out how much land. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. Hey, this is The Awakening, and I am Kelvin Piri. So excited once again to bring content such as this on YouTube. And hey, I hope you will enjoy this video. But hey, to all those that are watching me around the world, I say thank you very much. And if this is the first time that you are stumbling upon this page, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe and smack that bell. And to everyone that is been following me and you are out there supporting us, thank you very much. I do really appreciate your support. And hey, you know, I can't say much, but I do appreciate we are close to getting to 1,000 subscribers, and I hope and pray that we will get there in the next few videos up. But hey, let me get on to what I wanted to share with you today. And if you're looking at where I am, this is a lovely place. We call this with my son the mountain, but you know, it's so beautiful. It's a nice place to walk, and I do suffer from hay fever, so you could see all those flowers and all that. It looks really great, but it's a beautiful place to run around and just enjoy yourself. It's a lovely day today. The sun is shining. I think we're gonna get one of those high temperatures here in the UK. But hey, I'm not here to talk about what we have here, but I'm here to talk about something that is really important, something that is dear to me, and that is how to build back home in Africa while living in the diaspora. I think to me that subject, that topic about it, I love it, and I want to help as many people back in the diaspora get involved and build back home. Hey, if you are wondering, I am actually a quantity surveyor in the construction industry. I've been in the industry for a long time, and I thought, why not share what I've learned, whether it's working for businesses, companies, or personally, because I've actually done something home, and I'm actually doing more work back home, so that at the end of the day, when I'm saying, you know what, enough is enough, I'm out of here, I will have somewhere where to put my head. And I think that's really important for everyone. But hey, let me get on to what I want to share with you guys today. And this is really, really shocking to me. I was searching on the internet and I thought, you know what, let me find out how much land in Zambia is in the hands of foreigners. And I was so shocked when I came upon this caption. Look at that. It says 80% of land is in the hands of foreigners. Now, you know what? If this is true, that is sad. But first and foremost, as an African, I want to understand who is a foreigner. Am I talking about my brothers and sisters from Zimbabwe? Or am I talking about my brothers and sisters from the Congo? Or am I talking about my brothers and sisters from South Africa, from Nigeria? If you ask me, I will say, as long as you're an African, you are at home in Zambia. That is your home. That's what I think. I know that's a political statement, but I believe that as long as you're an African, you are home. You are not a foreigner on the land of our ancestors, the land of Africa. Well, I'm not going to go into that, but I'm going to talk about the importance of why we should, as Zambians, participate in owning land. Now, there are various reasons why we should be owning land. One of the reasons is obviously we need to look around and see what's happening in the world. I'm sure in America, if you Google, you will discover that a lot of land, natural virgin land, is actually being snatched, being bought so quickly by a lot of people. And some of those people are the rich people. You're talking about, I'm sure you've heard of Bill Gates, you've heard of Jeff Bezos, of Amazon, you've heard of I've forgotten the first name, but is Tanner, the owner of CNN, and all these people. These are rich people that are snatching away raw land. In Africa, we call it virgin land. They're getting tons and tons of this. Why? That's the question that we should be asking ourselves. Because we have plenty of land in Africa, but why are the rich people buying this land? The first thing that you will look at is land is actually in the same class as gold and silver. Wow, if I said that, you'd be like, why? Why? You know what? Land, the African continent is as it is, and it's been like that for thousands and thousands of years. There's no more land that is being generated on the African continent. The land that we have, that's all we have. If that goes, that will be the end of it. And so, if that's the case, land is not affected by inflation as it would be with the monies. You might be thinking to yourself and say, you know what, I've got money. Why should I go and buy land and it's not going to give me any passive income? That's it. We need to change the minds, which need to change our mindset. We need to look at ways in which we can utilize this land throughout and should be able to help us generate extra income if we can. And this is by being smart. Now, I'll give an example. The traditional way of how we've managed land in the past is we'll use the land just to feed ourselves, our family, and if we have any plus food, we will sell that. But you will find that we will use the land the rainy seasons in October to around this, and from July up to October, you find that the land is just sitting idle. We're not using the land. We need to change that mindset and be able to involve or use modern ways of agriculture, modern ways of utilizing that land. There's so much. If you go on YouTube, you will see people using sustainable agriculture, using all kinds of methods to make sure that they utilize the land. And that is one of the reasons that we need to actually buy land. Now, once somebody will ask me and say, but why? What else can I do with the land? There is so much stuff that you can do with the land. You know what? You can drill a borehole on the land and start packaging water. There's a lot of money in that. You will see back home, people are looking to buy good clean water because, I don't know, people are suspicious of drinking tap water because you think you will get sick. And so there is a market out there for one to actually start bottling water. And you say, but Kelvin, that costs a lot of money. Yes, it does. But if being smart, you should be able to source funds. And that takes me to why we should be buying land. Economically, you can actually get this land, cheap land from traditional land. You can put that land on title. Again, the government is actually making these things easier and easier every day. You know, you can put this piece of land and you can approach the bank to say, you know what, I've got these thousands and thousands of hectares of land. I need so much money to fund my business. And you come up with a business case and demonstrate what you're going to do. That is one of the ways you can use your land. The other way of the land which you could use the land is actually trying to lease your piece of land. I am actually thinking of that. And I know there are lots of people that would like to go and cultivate or use your land for agriculture purposes, and you'll be able to make money. That is money coming free of charge. You're just sitting there and somebody uses the land, you charge them per hectare or whatever, per lima, and you'll be getting your money. That is a smart way of making money out of your land. But what I would say is go and get that piece of land. Don't sit. You know, I'm sure you've heard of that song. I'm not going to say that song, but I think it's important for Zambians to get to own the land. That is the only way we can empower ourselves and make sure that we have set our children and create that generational wealth. We need to be looking at generational wealth. In the next 20 years, the African or the Zambian population will be doubling. And what do? The land will not be increasing. Now, finally, let me just talk about why it is important for me from an economic point of view. Now, when you look at land is not affected by inflation. If you have thousands and thousands of money and you put them under your pillow or your mattress, you find that the value of your money will be going down because of inflation, because the government can print more money, and then you find that the value of your money will keep on going down. Land will not go down. Yes, maybe the demand might not be there for a period, but the demand will come. As long as the economy, as long as the population of Zambia or Africa keeps on going up, the price of land or the cost of land will keep on increasing. This is a very important thing that you need to do. Look at that. Make sure that you pass on, if you have to pass on that generational wealth. The Bible talks about, blessed is a man that leaves an inheritance for his children's children. This is the time that we need to create this generational wealth, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you need anything from me concerning land, or where can you get land without being scammed, get in touch with me. I have shared the last video. I shared how you can get in touch with me. Drop me an email and I will definitely respond to you. And if I need to, if there's anything that I can do, I will do for you. If I can't, I will send you to somebody that should be able to help you. Please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Let me continue with my work on this. Yes.